You know how I wanted to start this episode?
How?
I wanted us to like all have our headphones off and we all put them on and be like, all right, headphones in, world out.
Headphones in. Let's begin.
Ghosties on second.
Thanks for joining us, Ghosties. This week we are debriefing episodes 450 and 451 of the Ghostrunners Podcast. I can't wait. This was a great week. How you guys doing? Peachy keen?
Which is a summer
fruit.
Yeah.
Hey, nice tie-in right off the bat. Hey, I want to say, Corey, you did a couple of great tie-ins last week when we did our Ghosties Assemble episode. Listener, if you haven't listened to the Ghosties Assemble episode from last week, do it. It was a blast. There was 8 ghosties all on one conversation. The first half an hour of the video is just Corey and I. So if that throws you off when you pull it up, just don't fast forward. Just put it on 2x speed.
You just about said, just skip it.
Just skip our part.
Go right to them.
But you should
Power through, just suffer through it.
Definitely, it's a fun time.
Suffer through it.
But you had a couple of great moments where you were like tying. We would just be talking about something random, and you would tie it back to the episode. I can't think of a specific instance right now.
Yeah,
but I listened back to it today.
Yeah.
And I was proud of you. I was like, dude, look at Corey. He's just weaving, man. All right, so
It's Rendell weaving.
That was great, babe. Last night, Shelby and I listened to a little bit of the episode where it's Jake, Brad, Catherine, and Rachel back from, I forget what year it was, but maybe it was 2020. Oh,
no.
Rachel wasn't there.
Rachel, yeah.
Whenever it was, we listened to a snippet and then I texted her. I was like, you just got to listen to that, the rest of it later.
Yeah.
Because we were on a mission. After we debrief these episodes, we're doing a separate video hanging with Alvaro. So I wanted to go back and listen to the Ghosty Getaway pod from last year, where Alvaro is kind of like on the mic a little bit and stuff. Just revisiting that one segment, I ended up listening to the whole one, to the whole episode, and then I listened today at work. I listened to the other Ghosty Getaway episode, and it was just a blast. Like seeing
You listened to the one from like maybe 2 years ago?
no, they were both from last year. Like each week.
You mean each episode of that week?
Yeah. So like Monday, it was like week one of the Getaway.
Right.
Wednesday, week 2.
Week segment.
But like just seeing everybody having a blast together.
Oh, yeah.
Like going crazy, playing the games and sharing funny stories and funny thoughts and just, it was a good time. And it's been so long since I listened to those that I had completely forgot about a couple of things. There's this one lady named Tia and she tells this, it's like relatable or nah, or no, or was it Sane or Psycho? And she like bounces on like a big like exercise ball, like all the time. She's done that ever since she was a kid. She doesn't use regular chairs or anything. Like she just always is bouncing on a exercise ball.
Dwight Schrute.
Or like they even mentioned Dwight. Or if she's not, like obviously there wasn't one at the Getaways. If she's not, then she's like tapping her foot like really fast all the time.
Dang.
Yeah, and it was just funny. Like look when they kind of pull the camera back and it's like raise your hand if it's sane or psycho. And a few people who are like psycho. That was funny.
Yeah.
But we all have our things. Anyway, it was just a funny.
Yeah.
It was a good time. So ghosties out there, go ahead and revisit those episodes. Those are great episodes.
And we're going to the Ghosty Getaway
very soon.
And we just recently got a survey and a link for like a catch up, whatever
the
discussion,
Zoom call,
whatever Zoom call. Didn't know what to call it. In a couple weeks. Did you answer the survey or no? Did you look at it?
Yes, I actually pulled it up while I was in line. So Justice, I picked him up from D1 yesterday, and we go to this brand new coffee place, Kawa Coffee, just opened up in Oldsmar.
Okay,
and it was everything like on the menu, small drinks free. You get any drink on the menu in a small, and it was free.
Why not?
So we got in line, and my car, my minivan, that ended up like overheating while that's how long the wait was because it was just a long line.
Yeah,
and I was just moving slowly. And something was wrong with my coolant or my thermostat or something. Anyway, it was a big ordeal later, but like I pulled it up in line and I was just like going to answer the questionnaire while I was waiting.
Yeah.
And then that all started happening. And like I just put my phone away and like trying to figure this thing out. And then I totally forgot.
I started mine too and didn't finish it because I was like, like some of the questions like I wanted to like, I don't know, talk with you about. But there was a question that I was just telling Shelby before we started recording that says in the very beginning, it says, you have 3 options. you can either do like endless activities, essentially. Like that's
I saw
an
that
option.
question.
The second option was like just chill, basically,
Or a mix.
And I wanted to see like what you were going to pick.
I'm overthinking this question already. I've been overthinking it since last night. And I'm like, I think it's a mix for me. I think for me, it's a mix.
I'm thinking the amount of money that I paid for this, I want endless action. Is that what you thought I was going to say?
No, I thought you would have said a mix.
Oh, no.
I was just thinking.
But I don't know what action they're talking about. But like when I listened to the little bit of part that you suggested to like prep whatever for the Alvaro Connect, and they're mentioning about like some sort of a relay race or something happening on the beach. And I was like, that sounds fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I know there's like maybe a dinner cruise. Like, I don't know what else.
Yeah, it's like a sunset cruise or something.
But just like not always kind of do. I don't think they're going to land on that. Like, no. What is Limitless? Bradley Cooper. We're just like all over the place. But yeah.
My thought behind having some downtime is that there's so much that happens during downtime. And it's not like, having like just quiet conversations. It's just like when you have like a lot going on and then just like moments to breathe in between that. Yeah. I think that's where a lot of the magic happens.
Yeah, I think spontaneous activity sometimes is better than planned activity.
Like when he's telling the story about what's his name? I'm so sorry, I forgot your name. Eating the lime in the pool. And he's like, hey, how many chips would it take for you to eat that whole lime, like rind and all? And he was like, 25 chips. He's like, Brad's like, I'm not gonna, that's too many chips. He's like, I could do like 15. And then somebody else is like, I'll do 15 chips, because there's like a competition of like earning
chips for like some prize or something at the end.
Yeah. So it's very summer camp vibes. Yeah. Either way, just like that moment, it's just like you're hanging out, chilling.
I mean, again, I think the options are there. I think they're probably wanting to see is like the average going to land on a healthy mix. That's probably what they want, because even if there's like, there can be still spontaneity, like, or spontaneous moments with like Brad and Jake or whoever else is like emceeing the event, like having, I don't know, like a list of other activities that can be done at like any time. Yeah. Not like we have at 5:00 we're playing charades. Right. At 5:15, bathroom break for 5 minutes.
Actually, just talking about it, I'm like, I think regardless, the quiet moments are gonna happen. Yeah. I don't think that we need to.
They're not gonna jam it all.
Let's make it half and half. I think you're right. Actually, I'm thinking it's kind of like when we were at Camp Greenbrier in Arkansas. Yeah. And what was that called? Camp Beaver Fork.
Yeah.
Something like that. Sounds right. Okay. Beaver Fork, and then remember, like it was optional if you wanted to like wake up and do like the PT with that one guy. Oh yeah. You go like work out. Yeah. And it was like a mixture of sort of devotional mixed with like PT, like personal training kind of thing, like physical training. Yeah. Yeah. So that was cool. It was like, we're here at camp, and it's like, yeah, it'd be nice to get an extra hour of sleep, but also let's just do that just to be a part of that. Cause we're already here, like you're making more memories.
I don't think I did that at all.
Involved with people. You never did it?
I don't think so.
No, I'm sure.
It doesn't sound right.
I did it I think of the 4 days, I did it 3 of the days.
Oh, okay.
I think. But I mean, it was just like, it was fun to get up early and stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm kind of on the opposite end of you guys, but I figured I would be anyway. I'm like totally the downtime person, but it's not just because like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. Sure. Although there's a little bit of that with vacation because I hate a busy vacation. Yeah. I just want to chill. But some of my favorite things, I don't like sleep in late on vacation. Like when we go to my cousin's in Georgia. Yeah. I'm like quality the last person to bed and I'm the first person up. And it's because I want to catch the late night person that I never get to talk to. And I want to catch the early morning person that I never get to talk to. So I'm like, coffee's on at 11 o'clock at night. Coffee's on roasters. At 6 a.m. Yeah. And I'm like, and usually it's, like my Aunt Cindy, I never just get her all to myself because she's serving everybody else. And so it's like, I'm going to be up early so I can talk with her. So, and I would not be the person like going and doing PT or something early in the morning. And I probably was sleeping in when we were at camp and I was in high school. I was like sleepy all the time. But now that I'm an adult, I just love catching, like who can I catch and have that sit down moment with that I don't get that all the time. Yeah. That's like my favorite part of a trip. So
I could see like next year when Sunday's a little older, another year older, maybe potentially you being able to go to something like that, and you'd be like the coffee person. You would like not be involved in all the activities. You just be like always making more coffee.
I'll be the barista. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have some fresh bread made for everyone too.
Oh yeah, you'll be making sourdough and coffee the whole time. Out there churning your own butter. Just kidding.
No, not yet. One day, maybe.
Okay, so this episode starts out with
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, let's actually talk about the episode.
Yeah.
Something that I thought was really funny that Jake said was that little one-liner about how Vietnam was so sweaty that he saw a lizard slip off a tree.
Which I had the exact same thought that Brad did, where he said it sounds like back in Nam, you know, like it sounds like he was in the war or something. It's so funny.
He definitely said it that way.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
back
The way he phrased
back in
it.
Vietnam. Like did this thing. But it's so funny that Brad forgot and he was just like, what? Yeah, that was the least of it. Like, what else did they say? It's
Yeah.
like,
He just pulled it.
yeah, he's like putting Jake on the spot again. Like, hey, make something up that's funny. And Jake's like, but I was there. Like,
And therein lies the reason why they're so good at this
yeah,
improv comedy stuff.
Yeah.
Goodness. Which we're all going on Friday night to improv comedy. We're going to go see Ben Schwartz and Friends at the Straz Center. It's going to be really fun. So we'll talk about that more next week, obviously, because we haven't experienced it yet. But speaking of improv comedy, really fun game that I want to play with the kids now is Dodge Sponge.
Oh,
Now you have a
dodge
pool.
it. Yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
not anything. It's a
But
lit torch.
You should play. You need to get one of those big old fat sponges and
Yeah.
play that
I
with
have
the
some.
kids. You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Like drywall sponge. Like you
Yeah.
said.
all right. So, what did you guys think about Shmores? Did you guys have different ideas of, I know we always
Shmores of
we
people
all
you want to be
start
friends with.
compiling our own lists, right?
Yeah, you had some good input about some of these things. They didn't want to be friends with the person; they just wanted to be able to use that person.
Yeah, this isn't like who do you want to be friends with. This is like
People
who
that
do I
come
want
in
to be
handy.
close enough
Yeah.
to be able to bum off of
Schmooze.
them.
What
Made me think of like
connections?
my sister that were like haircuts, free haircuts.
But it's your sister.
Yeah, but it's my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know them.
And
And
obviously,
I always give her a clean 20. All right.
I give her
Just
absolutely nothing. No, I give her love and hold her baby. But that's more fun for me too. No, but you're the guy I was thinking of. Corey said the same thing when we got in here. We think of Caleb because Caleb's the hotel hookup. So yeah, he's
Nice.
the
Use
friend you
that
want to
today.
have.
Oh man, and amazing story. I mentioned just a few minutes ago that like the car was like overheating in line.
Yeah.
I mean, it got pretty bad. Where it was like there was like some puff of smoke and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
but not smoke. It was like steam.
Steam. Yeah.
So I pull out now my car for the longest time now. If I sit at a red light for too long, the gauge will start to go up a little bit. The cold air will go lukewarm. And then if I start to drive again, give it another 30 seconds and then the air cools off again and the temperature goes down.
Is that the gauge? Is the temperature gauge?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
It's been like that for months.
Yeah.
So this time I was thinking, oh, same thing. Like it just got really hot, but I'll just drive and it'll get cooler again. It didn't work. I was too far gone. I'm on the way home, stop at a red light, and it's like beyond the temperature thing. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I'm going again and I go to the next red light and the car just shuts off.
Ugh.
And I'm like, and all you people who know about mechanical stuff with the cars, you're saying, Caleb, why are you still driving? I just wanted to get home. I was just like so close to home. Justice was in the car with me, and he's like, I can tell he's getting nervous. And so, but I get the car started again, and I drive, and you make it to the next red light, and it dies again. Oof. And then I realize as long as I'm driving, it won't die. So I get it started like one more time, and I'm driving. We're hitting like green light, and then like there's gonna be a red light. So then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a right at the light,
Yeah.
and maybe hit a
Go into a
U-turn.
parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, the rest. Long story short is, eventually we got it to a place where it was like in a parking lot near our house. I just couldn't get it all the way home. Like 4 hours later. And the car is totally cooled off. Shelby brought me back to the van.
Yeah.
And I drove it like to the mechanic shop in Oldsmar.
Okay.
And everything was fine because it was, green lights all the way. Nobody was on the road.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying when you got to the mechanic,
Almost
they were like,
midnight.
it's all good.
No, I got to the mechanic, but it was like almost midnight. So I left the car there, left the keys and the thing. Anyway, today, the long story short of it is I have a friend that I've made through just making relationships with different businesses and stuff. Like we're just good buds. And today he totally took care of the bill. It was going to be like his garage manager or whatever. Like I talked to him on the phone earlier. He was giving me the quote for everything, getting it all together. He had quoted a big number. And then he's like, but we know you would take care of you. I got a discount for you. It brings it down to this number, which was like closer to $700. Dang. And then I went to go pick up the car, and they even stayed late working on it. Yeah. And I wasn't like trying to force their hand. I was just like, should I expect it today or tomorrow? I'm fine with either. He's like, no, we'll get it done for you today. And like 10 minutes till close, I called. I was like, it's getting close. I just didn't know if I missed a call or something. And he was like,
didn't know if I missed a call.
No, you know how sometimes like if you're like making a phone call as they're calling, I don't know.
Sure. Customer service is dead. I'm just kidding.
So he's like, no, actually, we're still working on it. We're gonna keep working on it until it gets finished. Anyway, it was like 6:45. It was like 45 minutes past closing, and the guy got a big phone call, and I go in to pick up the car, and he just took care of it. He was like, don't worry about it, and I was like, no way, and. I was just like, dude, I had my card out. I was ready to put it in the machine. Yeah. Like he even, after I signed the paperwork, because he hands you the bill, like has all the work and all the pricing and stuff, and he has me sign it. And like the next step is to pay for it. Yeah. And I pull up my card, and I remember him saying something like, all right, you're all set. Like right after I signed it, like as I'm pulling up my card, he says, you're all set. And I was just like looking at the screen. Like I heard it, but I didn't register it. And I'm just like waiting for the screen. And he's like, no.
I'm all set to pay? Or?
You're all set. Like you're good.
This is today?
Yeah. Right before we started.
Ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So God is so kind to me today with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to leave him a really good Google review.
Yeah. Say you owe someone a free room.
Oh,
just kidding. And it's still not even equal. Like
no, totally not. And they always, they're a good hookup, but
yeah.
All right. So sorry, people you want to be friends with. And it's what's hilarious is that, that's the one person that I always say. I was just telling Jeff McDonald this after church, and we were like, man, I wish we had like a good mechanic that we were friends with, or like somebody in the family. And I was like, yeah, I wish Justice would become a mechanic. And he was like, Justice is over there shaking his head no. I was like, yeah, probably not Justice, but maybe Isley would be a good mechanic.
There you go. That's right.
I think she'd be good.
She would.
You never know.
That's hilarious.
But and then here we are a couple of days later, and it's like there's a friend who's a mechanic who just totally. And I've been there many times before. And I always pay the discounted price, but I always pay. So it was just such a surprise today. I was just
it's truly never too late to like switch careers too. I mean,
it's
if
true.
you really
I could
want
become
to.
a mechanic.
Yeah. I'm not even kidding, but like
I know you're right. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All
My
right,
brother-in-law is a mechanic too.
So. Oh, really?
Yeah, we used him a few times. Not as much anymore, but yeah.
Wow. What's his name again?
Jeff?
Jeff, that's right.
Yeah.
Sarah and Jeff.
Jeff Parker. Works at Honest One.
Hey, Parker.
Yeah. My sister's
Give me those photos, Parker.
Is Sarah Jessica? No. Sarah Parker.
Yeah.
Not Jessica.
Did you like my J. Jonah Jameson impression?
It's great.
You didn't catch it?
I didn't get it.
Peter Parker.
Parker.
Bring those pictures of Spider-Man. That was a bad impression. All right. S'mores of people you want to be friends with. Let's do it. Let's rapid fire.
I don't know if I can rapid
I don't
fire.
even have a list. I'm just going to off the dome.
I know, totally. So we're going to go like how we are right here.
Okay.
We're just going to go boom, 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 boom.
I'm going to lose.
All right.
Wait, who's going first?
You.
Well, at least I'll have more time to think of two more.
People you want to be friends with.
Not rapid fire. Just
Okay.
like slow.
We'll go
Really
slow,
slow.
then I'll cut out stuff in the middle.
Slow burn.
Okay.
Not rapid fire.
Okay. Been half an hour.
Well, it really hasn't since we started. It's been maybe 15 minutes since we started, or 20. With like because of the
24.
intro.
Yeah. So we'll call it 22. All right, go ahead.
All right. My first pick is going to be someone like in a corporate setting that like helps you, is connected and helps you get the job that you want or whatever, or like helps you get a job, I guess.
Okay.
It could be a promotion. Probably that's what I'm thinking of, is like a promotion.
A good job referral kind of guy.
Not just a referral, but someone who can like maybe just make it happen. Not a referral like, hey, Caleb's a great guy.
Oh,
like,
I got you.
But like, I know this person.
Yeah.
They've seen my work. They believe in it. They hire me.
He walks into the boss's office and he says, hey, this is your guy.
Yeah.
We're hiring him tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I like it. Kind of reminds me of Harvey. Attack. Reminds me of the show Suits. That's like that Harvey.
Oh yeah.
Kind of power.
Like a Big Brother.
Yeah.
Kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. People I want to be friends with.
I thought this was people we wanted to use.
Oh, wait, really?
I don't know. It's kind of the translation.
Yeah. But
I mean, but you can do it
however
you
you
want. Yeah.
however you interpret it.
Champagne problems.
Very true. I know that Rachel said.
Wow.
I know that Rachel said Leslie Nope, but I was going to say Andy Dwyer. That'd be a fun friend.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We talked about this with Kedra, and she was like, "Andy would be the one."
Yeah.
So Anita sent me a text when I was like saying, I was, telling everybody I felt pleased with myself, like in our text group of what I did for dinner last night. And she sent me the meme or the like GIF of GIF, whatever you call it. I don't know, the little thing of Leslie Nope saying, "And you beautiful musk ox," or something like "you beautiful something." It's a few different things. And I was like, that literally sums up our friendship. It's just so funny because Anita is not obnoxious like Leslie Nope at all, but she's like
overly positive.
And it's genuine too.
Yeah.
It's not like, also when they were talking about Jimmy Fallon and saying like, "Oh yeah, nobody's that positive all the time." I've actually had people say that to me about Anita. So funny. Like, "Oh, well, that can't be like, she's not really," I'm like, it's genuine. I promise you, like she's not making it up. She's genuinely concerned and interested in you and thinks the best of people. And like, it's totally true. Anyway, and this was my thought. So is it my turn now? Is that okay that I just hijacked your turn?
No, it's your turn.
It's
I'll
actually
just say,
your turn. Yeah.
This is what I was thinking when I was thinking of like people that I wanted to be friends with. I was like, okay, I think I already have like all the best types of friends to have. They're already there. And I don't mean to be like lame about that. Sorry. It's just, no, it's just true. Because like, if I were thinking like,
I already did it.
I know. I'm sorry.
It took so long.
I'm not trying to be trite. I'm truly not. I was just thinking like,
I know.
I'm already
Wrong one. Sorry. I know. You know what the response should have been to your pick?
Thank you. Well, and I don't just mean that wasn't even really my pick. I was just sharing that story. But I was thinking of like, it got me thinking of the different types of friends. And like, they're talking about like, oh, because we literally have people who are like a celebrity hookup in our family. And yet I don't care about the celebrities when I'm with them. I just want to be with them. The ones who are my family. Yeah. It's like, they've actually connected us and we've met different people. And it's like, as cool as that is for 5 seconds, like I'd rather just hang out with my uncles because they're awesome and I love them.
That's true.
Anyway, different things like that I was like, and then also I'll let this be later picks, but just explaining for a second, like also there are types of friends that I've had in my life that I miss that I don't have anymore. So that will influence my other picks of like types of friends.
I got you.
If that makes sense.
All right.
You have
who are
two
your
picks,
2 picks?
So
What
are your 2 picks?
Two.
Oh, I was supposed to have 2?
Yeah.
Did you have 2?
It's a snake draft. Goes to you twice.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give the like the super amazing, encouraging, positive friend, like the cheerleader friend. That's kind of what like Anita embodies. And then I loved, and they kind of use this, but like the easy laugh, like that is the best. The having a person that's like, they just laugh at, all your jokes and make you feel like you're the funniest person ever. Yeah.
Is Anita kind of both of those?
She's not really an easy laugh necessarily. Oh, okay. Kind of. I mean, yes, like she'll laugh at me.
She didn't really laugh at the dog jaw thing, so.
No, she's not a super easy laugher necessarily. Amber is a super easy laugher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also a sister.
My sister. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway. So very positive, encouraging, easy cheerleading, laugh. And then an easy laugh. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go with an inventor. Like somebody who is like making the next great product. Like Jimmy Neutron. What I'm gonna say Jimmy Neutron.
What's the logic though behind like the I want
how cool it would be to like to be friends with somebody, like being a part of their process, like seeing them like, oh, hey, on Tuesday we were having drinks and he was like, oh man, wouldn't it be great if we could just have something that did this? And then like a few months later, you have that product and he's like, he's designed it, he's invented it. So like whether it's like the jetpack or the flying car or a device that can make you talk to animals, you know, like just some, this might be kind of an imaginary person.
So you just know him. Like you're not really involved in the process. You're just like,
yeah, I mean, we're just friends because also
you caught up in drinks and then a couple months later, you're just like, oh, this is what Timmy was talking about. Okay.
Like he'll give you the invention.
Oh, okay.
Like he'll be like, yeah, like, hey dude, here's a prototype.
It's R&D.
Bro, here's the hoverboard, man. Bro, nobody has this yet.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
You're the crash test dummy.
It's the there's probably a good phrase for it, like the early access guy. That's it. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Forget about the inventor thing. The early access guy. Like
for an inventor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the invention has to come for there to be an early access, but it's just whatever it is, it's like, oh dude, hey. Or even you get that hookup at the movies, like, oh hey, there's a premiere. Yeah. Come see this premiere. It's not coming out till like next month. It's the early access guy. Okay, thank you. An inventor.
Early access for inventions.
Yeah, fine. We'll stick with inventor. Yeah. You're on the cusp of like what's going to be actually coming out next, and you get to. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. You go ahead. Sorry.
I think, and again, I didn't prepare at all for this.
Justice is over there silently judging me.
I'm thinking like similar to what Shelby said. I'm kind of like thinking of nostalgia or like in the past, friends that maybe I'm not as close with anymore. But I would think of like the friendship that John and I had at one point, where like just like play video games all the time. Someone that can like pass the time, easy, have fun with that. Like, I don't know.
The no responsibilities guy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's how I'd label John back then, but just like we didn't have responsibilities back then.
Yeah.
Other than like a part-time job or something. But
yeah, it like represents an era of life where there just wasn't
as minimal bills, no kids.
Yeah.
No commitment. Except for the Halo.
Hey, real quick, Justice, will you make sure that it's still recording? If he's here, he might as well be timing for a second.
Even timer's not timing.
Cool. That's true.
And then my second pick, I think would be, and I don't have this, but like someone who like a friend that really loves to cook and would love to have you over, and they're cooking like something elaborate that like I probably wouldn't make myself.
Yeah.
Because I probably can't make it. But like a chef that likes to bring people in, serve, you know?
That's very nice.
I just made that up off the cuff, but it sounds good.
I like that. Dang it, I like that.
Yeah.
Just because I was listening to that podcast, Good Hang with Amy Poehler.
Okay.
The episode with Andy Samberg. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun friend right there. Oh, I already said Andy Dwyer. So I have Andy Dwyer, fictional, Andy Samberg, non-fictional, and an inventor so far.
Nice.
I just think it'd be fun to like just kind of go hang out on set of whatever movie or show he's working on, or like if he comes over to the birthday party, he just like pulls out a hilarious.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah, he just make everybody laugh and just be goofy. But I also during the pod they talked about how much of a little brother he is as a friend, and because he has older sisters and he grew up as the youngest. So like in all of his friendships, he gives off like that younger brother vibe.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just like a great vibe to have around. They're just talking about that. So yeah. All right. Your turn, Shelby.
Wait, before you say that.
Yeah.
A person that I think of with the younger brother vibe is your actual younger brother.
Josiah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Like even for me, whenever I'm hanging
out
with
with him, you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm always like, he just like really likes Corey. Like, what is that?
For no real reason. We connected at that Arkansas camp, and like that's it.
Yeah,
that's
great.
Just like intermittent connection after that. But
yeah.
Anyways,
all right, go ahead, babe.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm thinking. I'm having a hard time here
These
because
are your last two picks.
So this isn't like a pick only because I don't want it to be like this is why I feel like I just have to say this because now I'm just thinking about all my friends.
Let me just give you permission to say whatever you want because there's no real pressure on this.
Granted.
I know, but I'm thinking of my actual friends. So, and because Kadra listens to this, I'm like, I don't want it to be like, I like Kadra because I'm just going to say she is the friend that they talked about on the pod that always like shows up with things and gives good gifts. Like she's a gift person. We all talk about it. Like we all talk about it, but I'm not putting that as my pick because it's not like, oh, I'm trying to have this friend because she gives me good stuff.
Keep bringing it.
Like this is the friend I want to use.
Yeah,
she just always like, okay, every time we've had like we do gift exchanges or something like that, or just for different special things. Like this one time we did a book study, and for every girl in the book study, she put together like this whole adorable basket for each individual.
That's amazing.
It was like the sweetest thing. Anyway, she just does stuff like that. We talk about it. That's something when she's not around, we all talk about it.
I was looking for a sound effect that was.
I didn't even know
hearts.
this because
she doesn't. Not that she shows up with something every single time or something like that, but she is known for
being thoughtful,
putting together super thoughtful things. Yes.
Yeah.
Man,
so
that's awesome.
Anyway, it is awesome. So that's why she's my friend that I already have. But talking about that's not why. Wait. The whole point of that was to say that's not.
Shower me with gifts. Just kidding.
Kadra, I'm your friend because you give me nice. No, not at all. I just had to. I just had to say that because that was on my mind. Anyway, I was gonna say things that I used to have. So this is an interesting thing, but if you know me, you know this is real. That a fun friend is the old lady that just wants to chill and do old lady things because I like old lady things. And so my great grandma, I think I've even said this on the pod, was like my best friend for a while when I had no friends. And we would do puzzles and we'd play cards and we'd talk and we'd watch Walker, Texas Ranger. And I miss that because she's not around anymore. And I guess your mom is a little bit that for me, actually. Like
the old lady.
When we have time, the old lady in my life. No, but she also likes those types of things. Yes,
that's funny.
Old
but we don't
things.
We don't always get that time to do that because there's always kids around, and that's part of why.
Yes.
Apparently, I'm such a downer tonight. No, and then the other. Okay, what was the other one? Oh, okay, so. Again, a sad thing. I'm sorry. Well, that wasn't a pick of a friend that like I want to have. That was like, hey, this is my friend I already have. But I guess I could include that. We can just stop it right there.
Well, you can do honorable mentions.
Yeah, honorable mention.
We can spend another 20 minutes on Shmores. I'm just kidding.
We're wrapping this up quick.
No, because my other one is also sad. It's somebody not with me anymore. It's just like thinking of, man, I was thinking of, Miss Kearse, how every time I would go to her with a problem, it was like it wasn't like she was the person that had the perfect advice or the perfect thing to say, but somehow she always said the perfect thing, that it was like, that's what Jesus would say to me.
Like a good
and
mentor.
she yes, and just pray over me and say something so simple that it was just like, oh yeah. And then, and I miss that a lot.
For shizzle. Well, that kind of, mine is close to that, but I was just going to say, King Solomon. Boom, baby. Imagine having the most wealthy man and the most wise man all built in one.
Is this
and the biggest ladies man.
I was about to say, is this pre like when he starts like worshiping other gods and like
yes. Okay. This is him in his prime.
I was just having this conversation with Kadra the other day.
Do you want him at his prime or do you want him past all of his failures when he's like all is vanity? Just leave it all behind. It all means nothing.
Real quick, was it? Oh my gosh, I should know this. But who was it? The one that like became a beast in the field?
Nebuchadnezzar.
That was Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, that's Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, okay. Wait. So what happened to Solomon?
Solomon just had.
He set up astral poles.
700 wives and 300 concubines.
That wasn't okay.
Well,
they led his heart astray and he worshipped false gods.
I got you. Sorry, I forgot about that.
I mean, I'm thinking the other stuff is also not okay, and that's what leads you in the direction of idols.
No, you're good.
All that. I know the Nebuchadnezzar story so well because I can still vividly picture the pictures that they held up in elementary Bible school, like Bible class, in class at Oldsmar Christian, and they would hold up the pictures, and I still like picture the picture they had of that, of Nebuchadnezzar going into the field.
Okay, King Solomon was yours. So I said so far the corporate person, John, or what John represented in my head in that moment, and a chef, and then I guess I would just say mechanic too.
Okay. Mechanic, yeah.
Or just like any tradesperson, like
a jack of all
electrician.
trades.
Doesn't have to be a handyman.
No, yeah,
I mean a handyman.
Why
That's
not?
kind of like Tyler.
Yeah.
Except Tyler's too busy to use
I
them.
was about to say Tyler would be like, sorry, I'm booked for the next century.
True. Dusty's still
Just
recording.
kidding.
And then it's
Make
like,
sure.
we'll pay you. And he's like, oh, I wouldn't let you pay me.
Yeah.
But we want you.
Oh, he would let me pay him, but he just won't put me in. No, sometimes he's like, I'm not really doing that type of job right now.
All right. Well, hey,
He's a
solid.
busy
That was a fun exercise in trying to like
Think.
figure it out. Something else that the guys talked about was bad catchphrase.
Yeah.
And I almost brought catchphrase just so we could play it, but I just knew we wouldn't have enough time.
That was so funny, though. I love
was a
that
good
they were
bit.
like doing a bad job of catchphrase on
my
purpose. It was
gosh,
so
that segment
enjoyable.
was so enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then they even
Very
clipped,
real.
Nathan Coley clipped like a pretty good clip out of it where he's describing a palm tree.
Yeah.
To Jake's describing it to Brad, and Brad's like purposely just like getting it bad. And I also loved how they just kept on. Every house has it. Every house has it.
Yeah.
And of course, that's the title of this of episode 450.
Is just trying to get Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel, okay, say it in 1,000 words. She's like, every house has it. Every house has it. Every house has it.
And I also thought it was so funny, like when he was describing the doorknob.
Yeah.
Like I thought of that so quickly, and I was wondering if like she couldn't get it because it was a bit, or I mean he couldn't get it as a bit, or like he just genuinely wasn't get there yet. Either way, it was just a fun time. And,
But that started though because they were saying somebody said their criteria for like a potential spouse was that the female needed to be able to jump up and like touch the net.
Oh right,
or whatever. And they were like, what are some other like weird requirements? And they were like, they're not bad at catchphrase. And Brad then went on.
The thing is, like, I have moments where I am amazing at that. And I have moments where I can't think. And like, I just feel like that just is not a fair judgment. I don't know. Because there are sometimes when it's like, I'm like, I don't know why I'm going blank. And I don't know if it's like I'm overstimulated or I'm tired or I've just had too much going on.
If you've played it a bunch of times though, you probably are more refined at like not saying the type, like the example that he did, like, okay, so people will use this when they are walking into a building.
Yeah, there are like generic things
100%.
It's different than like I'm drawing a blank because there's too much stuff in this brain right now.
Well, oh my gosh, one of the funniest things that was said during the bad catchphrase thing.
Oh,
he's like, all right, try Sprite. Like, all right, this is a drink that black people usually like. Kool-Aid.
Yeah, very quick. He was just saying Kool-Aid. And he doubled down a couple times too. But I was cracking up and also like, I wonder if he's thinking like, should I have said that? But then like at the same time, like it's a stereotype, but it's just like when I worked at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I'm about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
When you worked at Chick-fil-A, like when black people came in, they were not ordering
high C fruit punch.
They were not ordering Coke or any dark colored drink. I don't know what it is. This is not. But, I didn't make this up.
But I'll say this though, you know that I didn't even notice it on my own.
Yeah.
I had 2 black coworkers who worked with me at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And the one lady, she was like, I forget how she said it actually, I can't remember, but she was the one who told me. She's like, oh, it's because we don't like to drink anything that's darker than us. And I was like, what did you just say?
That's a joke though. She's not.
I know she's joking, but it was just to hear her say that to me, like it was like a wall breaking, like a glass shattering, like that moment in How I Met Your Mother, like when the glass shatters. Like I went my whole life until I was like 16, never even noticing that. Growing up, we drank Kool-Aid all the time. My dad was always making grape Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Always.
In college,
we did Kool-Aid too, which is insane because I'm thinking like, if you're
pour a bunch of
gonna
this
put
powder.
sugar into water, why not just drink water?
Yeah. And why do we drink so much Kool-Aid as kids?
I think it's time for Dusty's Top 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Send it.
Dusty's Top 5.
Let's go.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Dusty's Top 5. Let's get into it. Number 5. We got at the end of the episode when they were talking about Now You See Me. I thought it was pretty cool because we just watched those movies as a family. Don't worry, we used VidAngel. Number 4. We got the role in the mafia part when they were talking about what role in the mafia you would be. Don't really know much about Mafia. I love the game, though. It was pretty cool being the detective. I was mostly townspeople. I got out, like, the first round. It's pretty bad, but I don't know. Maybe the person that runs away. The person who's in the Mafia then quits. Flies to another country. And tells the FBI about them. That's my role right there. Let me tell you. Go on a secret mission, break that tracker, stick it on a cow. I'm out of there. Number 3, we got Jake's gym stories. They were really funny. Number 2, we got Shmores. Not the best Shmores, but definitely not the worst. Were they the worst? Oh, I was not correct. Number 1, the part when they were... Everyone else has it. The catchphrase game. That was my favorite part. Anyways, it's time for it to be over. That has been Dusty's Top 5. Alright. She can't really talk on camera. She can talk full sentences.
Say hi, Sunday.
Okay, smart mouth, eh? Alright, anyways, we're going to be doing Shmores of people you would like to be friends with. I'm going to be going first this time, as always. Alright, kicking it off, Ryan Trahan. Always want to be friends with that guy.
You stole it.
Hey, you can do something. Anyways, yeah. Always wanted to be friends with Ryan Trahan.
Taylor Swift.
She doesn't even know who Taylor Swift is. She's only listened to one song.
And I read her book.
She doesn't know Taylor Swift. Anyways. The Dude Perfect guys. That counts as one, okay? That counts as one. As a group. Like, I wouldn't be friends with individual. I would only be friends with them, like, all together, you know? So, the Dude Perfect group. That's my second one.
Ben Rector.
Okay, you're just getting to your celebrity crushes now.
He's married and has kids. His daughter is my age.
Guys, my next pick, Bingo from Bluey. Okay? I admit it, I love that show.
What about
so
Bluey?
fun.
She can do the funny voices.
Bingo's good.
Hattie.
Okay.
We are pen pals.
Okay.
So that kind of counts as a friend.
My next pick is going to be my final pick.
Tom Holland?
No. Another one of our celebrity crushes. I'm gonna go Yoshi. Yoshi! No, it's not a good impression. It's Larson!
Claire Crosby.
Okay.
So Claire Crosby is just... I love her videos. They're so great. And, I don't know. I always watch her. And that video where she does, like, she goes on a treasure hunt with her family, and that gave me nightmares for, like, several months and stuff. And I'm like, stop giving me nightmares. Do your old videos like you used to do. It was really fun. It was great. I loved it. It was awesome. But I don't feel like her singing videos, like the Ariel one, and then she did the Bella one, and and then she also did the Princess Medway.
Thank God. She stopped. Okay.
All right, welcome back. Episode 451. Stop and pick the raspberries.
I loved that little moment where she told that story of her dad. Like, wasn't it so sweet? It just felt like such a sweet little father-daughter moment.
He's retired, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's...
Working the farm.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love their whole relationship.
And he's not retired.
No, yeah. I mean, they have a lot of land, and they have like fruit trees,
stuff
and
you got to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now a coffee shop, and all the good stuff.
So
Pick the
cool.
raspberries. Yeah.
That's kind of the dream.
Okay,
man.
For real.
When they talked about the bingo card, they kind of joked about
towards the end
there should be a Ghostrunners bingo card. That was like legit what we were trying to do when we went to Kansas City last year, when we made that part of the stop for our solar eclipse trip.
Oh,
We wanted to hit local spots that were ghosty centric. Like, where did Jake and Brad go to get coffee? We went to McLean's and went to Chicken and Pickle, and we went to Brad's church and like different things. We just wanted to have like a day in the life. And so when they talked about having like a ghosty bingo card, I was like, man, I was trying to do that in Kansas City.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're totally.
But without like the actual card.
Right.
Just trying to get the experience. Yeah.
You should share. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I feel like this is a cool thing. What your dad does for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Because also that's been played off of to do other funny things like
Totally
what
true.
your brother did, the mean thing that he did.
Oh, yeah. That was funny. Okay. Well, my dad, every Thanksgiving for a number of years now, we grew up watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Mm-hmm. And so maybe it's been 10 years now he's been doing this, where he makes a bingo card and he, like, ahead of time, he finds out who's going to be in the parade, like which different kind of floats and different marching bands from all over the country and things like that. And he creates these bingo cards so that like the kids, like as they're watching the parade, it kind of keeps them involved and like they can kind of check off things. That's and cool. Like the middle space, like the free space is usually, I think it's like Santa Claus or something, because he's always at the end. I don't know, something like that. But that's always a super cool thing. And in more recent years, the parade has gotten a little bit more like raunchy at some of the things are a little bit raunchy, which is kind of weird. So we don't really always watch the parade anymore. But
but it was a cool idea that he put together.
He still does it. And I think my cousins still do it and stuff. And there are other friends.
A lot of people have requested that. Yeah,
actually, he sends that out to like a number of people. It's pretty cool.
It's cool.
And
we'll get back to it again.
Then your brother made
Go ahead.
He and his wife made a
Which
bingo.
brother?
Yeah.
Josiah.
There you go.
Yeah, when they were coming in town, they made like a bingo card to cross off of like things that the parents would do. So like your parents and they like things they might say or do, which is mean, but it's a hilarious idea. And I wanted to copy that for our family, but like we could never let them know because I don't think they could take the joke as well on my side of the family.
Shoot.
Yeah, I'd be worried.
It's mean, but not mean spirited.
Yeah.
It's like playful.
It was.
But
it was
is
funny.
what it is, you know?
But it's
it's
all about how they feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
good sport or not.
They're talking about narrow misses, and I actually think that Jake misunderstood Brad in this and because he was like, Brad talks about, oh man, when I was a kid, I always thought, I wonder if I'm driving by Michael Jackson right now or something like that. And Jake was like, well, it's not like, oh, I wonder if the president of Egypt is my dry cleaner or something.
The prime minister of Pakistan or something like, but that cracked me up.
Oh no, it was funny.
The examples were funny.
But it wasn't the same thing.
Yeah,
and I'm
it wasn't.
Like, justice for Brad, all right?
But
justice for Brad.
But it wasn't that far off. Like,
no, I think it was far.
No, it was totally because
there's a chance.
Because a person being something else is different than like I've been in the same vicinity as somebody that I never even realized. Like that's so true.
Even Rachel with saying when she sees like a dark tinted SUV go by, thinking like, oh, that could be Taylor Swift. Like, and I know it's ridiculous that we get excited about those things, but there's something about
never.
Well,
like when I went to the Metallica concert a couple weeks ago, there was a moment where they stopped and acknowledged that Tom Cruise was there, and it was like, hey, Tom Cruise is here. Thanks so much for coming, Tom. And it was just kind of cool. Like I had just seen Mission Impossible at the theater like 2 nights before that or something.
Drop in right here.
Yeah, I know. Like, what's going on? I thought like he was gonna come up on stage or something and say hi. He never did. It was just an acknowledgement.
He did. You just couldn't see him.
It's just like serendipity. Like you happen to be in the same place at the same time, but you don't know. And I've heard lots of things like there are people who have found pictures of themselves as kids and their spouse is in the same picture.
Those are so cool.
When they were kids and they didn't know each other for 20 more years, but it's like, that's me. I was on vacation there. Like that kind of stuff happens. It's like serendipitous and you just don't know. So anything like that could happen.
Yeah. I think more likely though is like one of them said something about like Walmart or something. Like we know a bunch of people in this area. There's a good chance that when you're at a store, there might be someone at that store that you know, but like, you just maybe don't pass them.
It probably happens all the time.
Yeah, like
and
probably
we just
almost
don't know.
every time.
Yeah. My cousin, speaking of Walmart, maybe other people don't know this isn't a big deal to everybody else, but we were like obsessed with Reba growing up. And my cousin Olivia was in the store and saw Cheyenne from Reba. And I was watching a show with her in it at that time that she texted us. She was like, oh my gosh, Cheyenne is here. We're like, what?
Yeah.
And Olivia's the one that also does a perfect Barbara Jean impression too. It's hilarious. Anyway, I think she didn't go up to her and say anything because she didn't want to bother her, but I think she was there like with her kids.
We don't have time to unpack it, but yeah, I know that it's not like the healthiest thing or something to be like so excited about seeing that actress in Walmart, but there's something exciting about it because it's just like, oh, you're such a big part of my life. Like you don't even know it, but like you've gotten me through tough times, or I've been impacted by your portrayal of a character or whatever. Sure. So
sometimes, I think that can be a pure motivation. It's not always just like you're famous, but sometimes it really is like, I kind of have a connection to you and you may not know about it, but for me, it means something.
By the way, I think, I don't know if she's related to Rendell, but Savannah Weaver on Facebook, she said, no hating on Timon, but anyone else think Rachel is a great addition to the pod? Did you say that on camera or was that before the show?
Me saying something?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was before we started recording.
Yeah.
I have been loving having her there. She's so
says,
cute and fun. And
I've thoroughly enjoyed her as the new Timon. She's a natural. She's got so much energy and joy. If Timon stays out with the Amish, she's a shoo-in for the job, no? Unless Jake puts up a no girls allowed sign. I know they said they'd switch out guests over the weeks, but I say keep Rachel, only Rachel. Yeah, that's funny.
I do really like Rachel. I think that they wouldn't keep her for a long time because
she's got a job and stuff.
But
she's on summer break right now.
But Timon was also like
Timon's the great
editing and stuff. I'm sure Jake is having to do it himself or like
I said the same thing last week. It's like I love having Rachel there, but then once Timon came back at the end, I just realized like, oh, I missed him while he wasn't there. Yeah, he's just a part of the pod now.
Yeah, I am excited to see like who else they kind of sprinkle in because I would love to have Scott on again.
Yeah,
if there's any other people, maybe Isaac too. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we're back. We just took a quick break. If the camera looks different, it's because it's in a different spot. We just took about an hour and had Hanging with Alvaro, which you guys will see soon enough. But we were just kind of bantering a little bit about Corey had asked Alvaro about his job, and Corey was like really wanting to ask him more about his job, but we didn't have enough time to keep on going.
It was a nice like little taste of you get to know him more at Ghosty Getaway, so that's so cool.
Yeah, that's so
that's
true.
The part that I like about it.
And I get a little peek into the world that I don't get to be put. No, I'm just kidding. I don't feel that sad.
Sorry, we're gonna FaceTime you every day, okay?
No, it's okay. You guys have fun.
Just 5 minutes, all right?
I won't bother you while you're on your little vacation.
What's the Andy quote from The Office? Where he's like, "I'm sorry I bothered you with my friendship."
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah. Oh man, no. Caleb is always trying to be like he's positive. He's Mr. Positivity, and he's always trying to be like, we could just leave the like it'll be fine. We could do that. Yeah. We could make that work somehow. Of me like going outside and doing things. I'm like, you know what? I think it's not gonna work. Like, let's just be realistic. But no, it's okay.
Oh, well, okay. That's thank you. I appreciate it. But Brad is coaching Bo in this upcoming season of Upward.
I knew he was gonna say Cowboys.
Really?
Even though I didn't remember that Bo loves Cowboys, I was just like, gotta be Cowboys. That's the coolest.
That good guess in you.
What is Upward baseball?
Upward is like a Christian-based sports thing.
Okay.
So I think
they were mentioning something about a shooting guard. So is it basketball or was he just joking about
I've seen Upward do basketball. I've never seen it do anything else, but it sounds like they're doing baseball. I don't know.
He said something about a shooting guard though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless he was just saying
what sport
random
is that,
sports
Shelby?
things.
You're actually maybe Upward is just basketball.
Well, it's tennis.
I played basketball for 1 year when I was very small in the 6th grade, and man. I was terrified.
What a waste of height. Gosh.
I wasn't tall yet. I know.
Just kidding. And they talked
I was
about
terrible and afraid, and I had asthma. Sorry. Go on.
No, you're good. I just didn't know if any of you guys had any fun like church VBS stories from growing up.
Oh man,
Old Smart Baptist never really did any VBS.
No.
But did you ever go to like a friend's church VBS?
Yeah, I went to my cousin's VBS, and I was very scared of being in like a new place. I was young enough that like it just felt very no. I just don't remember very much, and I was really young. And then I did go to a camp, but I don't think it was VBS. I think it was like a camp, like a sleepaway camp.
We're not talking about camp.
Okay, well then not.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of VBS growing up.
We did every single year. And my parents helped. I think for a while, my mom helped. Maybe a couple years in a row, she helped like set up the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the owner of the Chick-fil-A that I got my first job in, she connected with him, and he provided like, I think, free chicken salad sandwiches for like the whole VBS or whatever.
I forgot all about those.
And
I loved those.
Yeah. And that was eventually my connect into my first job.
Wow.
Like the day that I turned 15 was my first working.
Dang.
My birthday. But anyways,
nice.
Segue. But I was going to say about this VBS thing, Kedro was just at Generations Church, which is close to where I live, for something, homeschool thing or something. I don't know. Or maybe it was a woman's worship night or something. I don't know, whatever. I'm doing a terrible job telling this. But like, I guess someone was talking about or showing pictures or something of the VBS that they just had done. And they had like, it was like something about related to Star Wars or something. And they had people like fully in costume and stuff. It was like that. They went all in. It's interesting because there's definitely multiple spectrums of like VBS, where like the one that like Rachel was saying, where like they had elaborate plans. They ordered T-shirts. They didn't come in.
Right.
It's like, now what?
When she was telling the story about the kid playing 9-ball, like who was like super serious and like was playing really hard against like a little third grader.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, what is that trait or personality thing that just either a kid knows or they don't know, to like go easy on somebody or not? It's like, yeah, I don't know.
That's sad. Yeah.
I feel like I've had embarrassing moments like that, like, or more so like regrettable moments where you just do something without realizing it, without thinking about it. You're just excited in the moment or something.
You have like, plenty of those.
Oh yeah.
Over the years, I've witnessed a number of them. Let's see if you can escape Gulf Shores without experiencing
cringe moments.
Oh Lord, help me.
I will soak it in like a Dodge sponge if it does happen.
All right, so we have Jake and Brad at the gym. They have a completely different experience. On one hand, you have Brad getting life-changing advice from an 80-year-old man about how to do bicep curls.
Yeah, don't go all the way down.
Which, by the way, have you been? You knew that already?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what? This morning when I was at the gym, I was on the treadmill warming up, and I looked out the corner of my eye and I saw this guy, and he was on like one of the machines doing the bicep curls, and I realized that on the machine it's kind of designed to where it doesn't let you go down all the way. You have to like I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
You know, the funniest thing is, literally, I was doing. Normally, I do like I work out like muscles 3 days a week, and then the rest of the time I do cardio, whatever, just to like move. But normally on Fridays I do.
I like to move it. I like
back and biceps, but I just happened to do it this week on Wednesday because it was just like I didn't do it last week. So I was doing hammer curls when he was talking about hammer curls. So that's it.
You gotta keep going. This is like your hype music.
I don't have anything else to tell. That's literally all I was going to say.
You ruined Corey's story.
You were like talking about like muscles and stuff, and I was just like.
I was just saying I worked out.
Physically fit. Physically.
Yeah. I did hammer curls too. When it was being mentioned on the podcast.
That's great.
Dude, I was just doing hammer curls like 2 weeks ago for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just funny how like just a simple shift of movement, like a subtlety of difference, just makes a world of difference.
Do you want to hear a quick tip on hammer curls?
Let's do it. Ready?
Do you want to hear? If you, instead of just going straight up and down, if you kind of curl in, there's a muscle underneath the bicep called the brachialis that helps it like show like it pops more to the side. So if you like turn your arm a little bit while you curl up. Yes.
Yeah.
Clip that. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Really?
Yes.
That's great.
Wow.
It works for like, I did it maybe for like a month, like, I don't know, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And like very quickly saw like a little, like some 3D definition.
The first time I like saw in the mirror, like a little line for like my tricep.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh wow, there it is. There's so much more that needs attention.
But he flexed that.
But
and
that
I was
one
like
little-
across the room, and I was
It
like,
doesn't even take, honestly, yeah, like
Oh yeah, I can tell the difference when like
straighten
when
that
she hugs me,
elbow.
I can feel like
Big.
sometimes like it's just a different kind of a hug now. She'll like be like feeling the difference. Like I'm like, oh babe.
my
She'll do
God.
that
I'm just
where
kidding.
She'll put her like hand on my arm, and then she's just waiting, and then like I'll be like boom, and she's like, all right. Sometimes I'll make the noise too.
Boom, shredded.
I have to. Your mom texted that their plane is early, so I got to go.
Okay.
But I don't
love
need
you.
to say anything else. It's not that important. I was gonna say stuff about the gym. Doesn't matter.
Wait, say something about the gym real quick.
I just feel awkward at the gym. That's
Yeah.
basically it. I'm like, I've got Jake's like the awkwardness or
Yeah.
with people.
All right, I'm done.
But
Yeah.
the difference between me and Jake is he knows what he's doing and what he wants
Yeah.
to do at the gym, and I don't.
She's
So like
talking
I
about Rachel.
want to get involved at the. Well, no, Rachel knows too. Rachel's like,
Which is
10.
what she said.
Yeah, but like I'm like I don't know what I'm doing, and I hate being in a situation where like I don't know what
That's
I'm
Keitra
doing.
too.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
So I just need to do like what you've done, and like get a trainer or something like that, and then I can kind of
to show
know
you.
what I should be doing
Yeah.
a little bit. Because every time I go to the gym, I'm just like,
But then you
I
transition
need a
to
buddy.
the situation that you're in to the situation like to Jake basically where you're like, oh, there's
Yeah.
only one machine that we all have to share at some point. I'll just skip it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
skip it. I'm not gonna
That's
try
exactly-
to.
Also, before you leave, we should talk about the Now You See Me movie.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it was,
yeah.
you know what? I thought that it was like some big happenstance thing, but it's on Netflix. Wasn't it like
Both
on
of
one of the,
them are.
yeah, wasn't it like a newly added or something?
Oh, was it
So,
like,
like-
it was suggested?
Yeah, so like
it's
everybody's
such a fun
seeing that right
movie.
now,
Yeah.
and it's suggested. So yeah, of course, a lot of people are watching it again.
So we watched it.
We were going to.
The story
recently.
is
There you
that we watched it a few days ago with our kids, but I have to clarify always. We have to preface.
Oh, I want to get sponsored by VidAngel. If we could get sponsored by VidAngel, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm just
So many
kidding.
things
I
that
don't
we'll
use it.
just like, we don't want to be saying like, oh yeah, we watched this movie with our kids, and people being like, look at the things that they watch with their kids. We have like so many filters on. Okay.
Oh yeah. So by the way, if you guys have no idea what VidAngel is, you download the VidAngel app on your TV or your device or whatever, and then you log into your Netflix, your Prime, all that inside of the VidAngel app,
Yeah.
and then you watch these things, and you can fine tune exactly what you want it to keep and get rid of. It'll mute any kind of bad word you want or bad phrase or whatever, and then it also like literally just like deletes little snippets of the scenes that have certain things that you don't want your kids or even yourself to see. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
VidAngel
and
is
when-
awesome, and it's like $10 a month, I think, or
Yeah.
like
Use
$100
code
for the year.
GOS to pay 90% of full price.
You can pay 100% of full price
Yeah.
by using our code.
No code.
No.
Just it's
When you
yeah.
type it in, it's going to give you a little red arrow that says like code not found. That means that it's working. All right. So,
All right.
anyways, yeah, we had a good time in Justice. How about you come back in real quick, Dusty, to give your. You can take Mom's place. Actually,
I love you all.
I like
Fall.
your top, babe. It's so cute and stylish.
Thank you. I was like feeling uncomfortable all night, like adjusting, but
If they ever do
At
another
least it
Ghosties on
looks
Third,
cute.
we know that they're going to be like, and Shelby's top was so cute this
No.
episode.
It was nice that you get to stay for most of it.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude, Justice, welcome to the pod.
Welcome to the
Talk
last
closely.
10
to your
minutes
mic.
of the pod.
I have it close.
Yeah. All right. So I was kind of saying we have these funny. You have Brad having this inspiring moment with a guy, helping him fix his tendonitis, and then you have Jake having a horribly awkward time.
Yeah.
The two things that he mentions, it's the guy who asks if he's almost done, and Jake's like, "Oh, I got a couple more sets," and then he just takes a couple steps back and just looks at him right on, just doesn't even look at his
Just watches him,
phone.
yeah.
Just watches him like, oh, it's so miserable. It's just like, oh, what do you do there? And then the other one is the girls that are walking by in their gym clothes, and he accidentally turns on the flashlight with the side of his phone.
Yeah, that's
But you know what? I didn't really catch. Were they saying, was he saying that the girls definitely noticed that happen, or he was just afraid
I
that
don't
they
think-
may have noticed?
I think he was afraid. I don't think that they
yeah, because there was like no interaction, no
Yeah, yeah.
confrontation or
He was
something.
like, "Oh, shoot."
like, yeah.
But the first interaction is one that like that type of thing happens all the time.
Oh,
Like,
really? It
'cause-
hasn't happened to me yet.
If someone asks you if you're done with the machine?
Right. But you know why? I go early in the morning and there's not that many people there.
Well, then that's probably why.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, even if it's not a machine, if it's like there's a finite amount of like weight plates or a finite amount of like benches or a finite amount of like dumbbells or whatever. And so if someone wants to use that one, they might be like, how many more sets you have type of question. But like, I think if you have a lot of sets left, like default should be offering to like, do you want to work in?
Every other set or something?
Yeah. Except for if the person looks absolutely disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Then you say, I have 5 more sets.
By the way,
gonna be here for a while.
unfortunately, that's me. About halfway into about
Just bring a
20
towel,
minutes
like
in.
Brad said.
I need to start bringing a towel.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't. And only up until recently have I been getting like really sweaty. Like the first couple of months at the gym, I wasn't getting super sweaty.
Yeah.
But now that I'm definitely warming up on the treadmill beforehand.
Oh, yeah. Getting the heart rate up.
Yeah. So, but it's funny. Like sometimes I'll get up and I'll just be like drenched, just dripping. And I'm just like feeling gross. I'm like, I need to bring a towel.
Are you like, well, I shouldn't ask you this on the pod. I was gonna say, are you cleaning the
Yes.
So, okay.
100%.
I don't want to ask
wanna-
in case you were like, no, am I supposed to do that? Or something?
I don't want to be shamed by the, by other people.
Yeah.
But also it's just like,
People are there to get sweaty.
Yeah.
And to like work their muscles. So
what's that gym that they use like infrared light or something? Is that Orange Theory?
for what?
You go in, I think it's Orange Theory. You go in and like have fitness classes, but it's like darker and there's like an orange light, like maybe not infrared, but like some kind of orange
I think
light
that's
on
maybe
you.
like yoga. Like,
But yeah,
like
it's
that thing
supposed
that,
to be
like-
hot. And
Oh, there's hot yoga. Like what?
I know, but I think Orange Theory is that, but for like fitness classes. We're
I
gonna
don't
find
think
out.
it's
real quick.
hot.
We're gonna
But
find out.
there is an alarm. I think like it's just a HIIT workout, like high intensity interval training.
Yeah.
That's all Orange Theory is. You get points for your heart rate. You get
It's
hooked
a
up to a
1
monitor or
hour
something.
group fitness workout that combines science-backed heart rate-based interval training with elements of strength and cardio. It utilizes a technology-driven approach incorporating heart rate monitors.
I said this.
But why orange?
Just the color. Did you remember when they first came around? They put
I was totally wrong.
they put those they put orange bikes everywhere. Do you remember this?
No.
They like spray painted orange bikes. They kind of just put them around town, and people were like, "What's that?" And led you to Orange Theory.
Dude, here the orange bikes are right here. I'll put a picture on the screen.
Yeah. There you go.
Dang it, I have to put a picture on the screen now. Oh.
You offered it.
Ghosties, I put a lot of stuff on, but I realize that I think most of our listeners are just listening and not watching.
Yeah.
Even though we have a healthy number of watchers, there's the majority are listeners. So it's sometimes
Let
I'm
me
like,
describe it to you. It's a bicycle with 2 wheels, handlebar, pedals, a chain. It's all orange, just orange. And they just put it somewhere in a random place. And that's exactly what the picture
Yes.
we would have inserted.
We
It's
have
like, yeah.
ink,
Random
yes.
place around town, not like on your car or something.
That's for the visually impaired.
Yeah,
You're
right.
not left out. I
Right.
got you. Dude,
Yeah.
have you seen this thing on the Facebook group that
Probably
Caleb Willis is trying to raise $5,000 to put on?
I mean, you put it in the. I think I like saw it maybe for a brief second, and then you put it in the Ghosties Assemble text, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know anything
Dude,
about this.
listen to this jingle real quick. Dang, bro.
Who is
Okay.
Ryan?
Ryan
He's
Trahan?
the best YouTuber of all.
Oh, dude, Ryan Trahan's great. He's just a
Is that
YouTuber.
the toy kid?
No.
No,
That
Ryan's
kid
toy
is-
reviews.
That's the only
No,
Ryan
no,
you could
no.
think of. I
Shoot,
was like,
dude.
Levi sometimes wants to watch that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
turn that
Oh
off.
man,
it's just like
the kids were obsessed with him when they were like
it's
little.
just like the
little.
He's
mom.
turned bad.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
kid, and she's a mom doing it.
Okay,
I
all
hate
of
this
these,
so much.
all of these YouTuber kids, it's their parents who are like trying a little too hard.
Oh, yeah.
that are the problem. It's like, ugh.
The kid's like barely even in the video.
I
And
know.
it's like the mom's like, oh, let's go get this thing down the hall. There's a burglar or whatever. It's like,
yeah, I know.
bruh.
Anyway,
Bruh.
it's they're trying to raise $5,000. Ryan Trahan's doing this challenge where he's hitting like one state every day for 50 days. So he's hitting all the states.
Okay.
And if you donate $5,000, he'll give you a personal shout out. And if you donate $25,000, he'll do this. If you donate whatever, what was Mr. Beast's donation?
$50,000.
$50,000. it creates some sort of a challenge for them that they have to complete in the episode or something like that.
Wheel of Doom.
Wheel of Doom. Yeah.
Spin
Anyway.
it, and it comes with a penalty.
Yeah. And Ryan Trahan has a candy company called Joyride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and it was like a Target exclusive. It's like a healthier alternative to candy.
It's in a bunch of stores now.
Yeah, now it's in 7-Eleven and
Are we sponsored by Joyride?
no, but we did send we sent Maddie some Joyride.
Okay.
For her birthday.
Nice.
Because when we found out that she was like a candy fiend.
Yeah.
And then Laura reached out and was like, "We're doing a special birthday thing for Maddie's 20th."
I remember this.
Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, cool. So the couple of things I wanted to touch on is the Rachel using a fly swatter to scoop up the cookies.
I love that she went to go get it and she's like trying to like prove her case. Like, of course this looks like a spatula. And then Brad asked the question that we were all wondering. Is your spatula like teal or whatever that color was
right
too? And she's like, no, it's white. And it's like,
but
what
hey,
on earth?
It definitely looks like a spatula. I mean,
yeah, but every fly swatter would. If it's just a normal like
Haley Herman posted today a picture of her one that looks exactly like theirs, and she said, "Feeling like making some cookies later. Anyone want to play Russian roulette?"
Yeah.
I like how Jake picked the wrong cookie, even though, and she was like, "Oh, the fate. He had his fate in his own hands, or whatever." And they're like, "Yeah, but it was your fault." So
when she brought the fly swatter too, it literally looked. I know they made a comment about it. It literally looked like there was like something on the end of it, like chocolate chip, fly,
bug,
a raisin, whatever. Yeah, that's funny.
So they also, when they talked about summer fruits, which I know we've touched on a little bit, I just wanted to say my favorite summer fruit is cut up watermelon with fresh lime juice like squeezed all over it. It's a nice blend of sour and sweet. Italian meme.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite summer fruit?
Come back to me.
No, it's right now. You just got to make a decision.
You can go first. I gotta think.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
time in over here.
I'm gonna say margaritas.
That's bro.
No, I think
that was a good response.
I think I don't think it's not a summer fruit because I think it's ripe in like February. But the strawberries, I think strawberries are top notch. I honestly, like I said this before. I don't know if it was like when we were recording, but I don't even know what's in season because the same fruit. No, it's not even about Florida. It's just like we go to a grocery store that has the same things. I can't tell like, oh, the strawberries look like they're not in season, but like, oh, now it's February. Strawberry festival is happening. Of course, they're in season.
Right.
Like,
I think that there are some like strawberries and I want to say blueberries that are like always there, but like blackberries, raspberries, are they always there?
Always there.
Man. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what? I was really excited.
Are a summer fruit, I think, technically, like they were saying.
Oh, yeah.
But like, and they're kind of like not always there at the store.
Gotcha.
But peaches are great.
Yeah.
Peaches are great. And then what's another one recently?
Peaches are great, yeah. Nice juicy peach.
I really love just like the small oranges, the clementines.
Yeah.
They're so good. The cuties.
Yeah. Cuties.
So good. I take those all the time.
Oh, shoot. What was I just thinking? Okay. I'm excited about this. We now have a mulberry bush.
Okay.
Did you ever have mulberries growing up?
No.
They kind of look like a blackberry.
Okay.
But like 2 or 3 times the size, maybe.
Okay.
Super sweet. They will stain any clothing that you have. Like you better be careful because you're going to stain. The kids are going to have a lot of stains in their clothes. That's all I'm saying. But hopefully by next season we'll have some mulberries or something. But what I was going to say earlier is like the idea of having like a farmer's market and like, you know, them talking about the fruits that are in season for summer up in the Midwest. And this past weekend for the 4th of July, when I made my guacamole, Anita K, she texts the group and she's like, "Oh, hey, Caleb, want me to bring some of these fresh jalapenos from our garden?"
Yeah.
And I was hyped. I was like, yes. And then she totally forgot.
Well, to be fair, in Anita's case, you texted like 20 minutes later, yes. And then she said, how many? Very quickly after you said yes. And you didn't reply until she was already on the way and forgot any of them. So, like,
yeah, she was like, I was going to use your response as my reminder, but then we just,
we're gone already.
Yeah, that wasn't a thing against Anita. I was just disappointed. I was like,
Yeah.
we were going to get like fresh from their garden. Like, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Well, hey, next time.
Yeah.
By the way, I was on a kick of making this pineapple guacamole.
Yeah.
I think I'm done with the pineapple part of it for a while.
Yeah.
I'm realizing that the pineapple part adds something to the flavor that I'm just not crazy about.
Sweetness.
There's something, or maybe, I don't know.
Because that's all that pineapple has. Let me ask you, because when you got, and I know Shelby's keto, you made that such a big container of it, and you brought so much of it home. Shelby,
we ate
that's
so
plenty.
much of it.
Fine, like that.
Yeah.
You guys eat it like nobody's business, anyway. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly accidentally made a batch that big
Okay.
because I thought that she had got me one bag of those organic avocados from Walmart.
Yeah.
It turned out she had got me 2. So like I thought she only got me 1. I went and got another, and then I saw behind some other groceries there was another bag. So
Okay.
I
She just
actually
made the whole thing.
Yeah, I meant because I didn't want them to go bad and whatever.
Yeah, they
so
go bad
it
pretty
should have
quick.
only been like 2/3 as big as it was.
Gotcha.
All right, so what's your summer fruit, bro?
Okay, I gotta think of what's in season. I'm gonna say maybe smoothie form, maybe banana. Is that summer?
That's anytime. Bananas or anything. Yeah, it doesn't have to
Oh,
be.
okay.
It could be banana.
And then I don't know if this is summer even. This is not smoothie form. Jalapenos or tomatoes.
Okay, nice. Oh, dude, last night Shelby made this homemade subs, but she baked the bread herself, and the bread was so
Is it
soft.
sourdough?
No, it was white,
Oh, okay.
but it was so good.
It's
Dude.
just like Jimmy John's.
It tastes just like Jimmy John's.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And she made the sauce.
I thought it tasted actually
Nice.
better than Jimmy John's.
Okay. Trying to get brownie points. We just went 2 weeks ago, a week ago, to Rocky Mountain Subs.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Was it your first time?
Yeah, it was my first time. But Kedra was like, "Oh, it's just like whatever she got." She was like, "Oh, it's like a normal." I think it was a Philly cheesesteak. She's like, "Yeah, it was okay." I had the Colorado
pastrami.
Cuban.
Oh, I haven't had that.
So good. I
Their
love the
meat.
It's the meat, and then like the
bread.
minced pepper thing that
Yes.
they put in everything.
Yes.
Oh man.
Okay,
so good.
I'm so happy that you went.
And
How
it
did you
had
go?
pickles and what
I mean, like, how did you find out about it?
we talked about it before. But I actually, where we lived in Palm Harbor, their first location,
Yeah.
they opened up on Alderman and 19.
Oh, it was right across from where you guys used
Yeah,
to live
yeah.
on Honey Bear.
We never went though there.
Wow.
And then they moved over here, and it was like it's pretty far away to just go to
Dude,
eat or whatever.
when Josh introduced me to that place, he has like a little video of my first bite. It was a good
Gosh.
bite,
What's
man.
that sauce that they have? It's so good.
Oh yeah, they have
Orange.
they have a couple different sauces. It's like some
And a
kind of
mustard thing.
Yukon Gold or something. and then,
Oh. That's a barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
but then there's also like that white sauce.
The only thing
Mayonnaise?
I don't like about that place
No.
Sorry.
is that the sandwiches are good,
people.
but
Talking to the mic.
they don't put enough mayo. So I have to ask for a cup of mayo, and if you don't know, I'm a mayo fanatic, so I like dipping my sandwich in mayo.
Ooh, that's a lot of mayo, brother.
Oh yeah.
You should just ask for a little knife and like spread it on the
No,
bread.
no.
Or you could just ask for extra mayo. They'll
There's
put it
something
on there.
good about mayo that you're like dipping.
Oh,
Oh, my
I gotta
mom
cut
would
this
throw
out.
up. My mom hates me like that.
Dude,
Can
it
I
sounds
tell?
like you're dipping the chip in queso or something.
Can I?
Oh, also when
I'm
Go
not
ahead,
cutting
go
this. I'm
ahead.
keeping this in.
one time we were at like a hospital to get like tested for whooping cough in South Dakota.
Yeah.
One time they had like those sandwiches.
Yeah.
They were so plain turkey sandwiches. I got like the mayo packet and I just squeezed the whole thing on like 2 bites.
Oh yeah. I mean, you need a good amount of mayo.
But
I'm
he's not putting it on the sandwich. He's like putting it on the
Yeah.
sandwich, like on the sandwich.
I don't get why everyone hates mayo though. Also, I have a habit of way too much sauce. So too much mayo is
just
nothing
like his
for me.
mama. When Shelby was in high school, she used to like take like a half of a packet of ketchup for one McDonald's fry.
Oh, I used to be like a lot of sauce too. I mean, even now, if I make like chicken strips or whatever at
Yeah.
home, like I'll use a decent amount of sauce.
Well, dude, when
I
they
love sauce.
when whoever invented the boneless wing
Yeah,
smothered in sauce,
yeah.
it's like, psh, that's it, dude.
And then
It's
I
like
smother it in ranch.
Every piece of chicken is covered in sauce,
Yeah.
and then you get to dip it in another sauce.
Yeah.
That's
Do you want
yeah.
blue cheese or a ranch to dip your already dipped?
When I was like 5,
yeah.
it's another sauce thing. Before I found out about the spicy chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A, I used to get the regular sandwich, pour 1 packet of ranch on it, and then 2 packets of buffalo sauce on it.
Yeah.
And then I would still dip it in Chick-fil-A sauce or ranch.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
you could take those kind of calories, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
At that age,
'cause I had
it all
stomach
started
bug.
with that one queso moment when you were little.
Yeah, where you were. Yeah, and you were like,
Whenever we go to a Mexican restaurant, he always has to tell me, or Chili's. He always has to tell me,
just on Sunday. Yeah,
dip, do not scoop. And I'm like,
yeah.
hey.
I'm like, dude, just dip it.
That's because you're sharing with a big group.
Yeah.
Once you can, like, when it's just you and a friend, or you and like your
Your
spouse,
lady one day?
you can go
Yeah.
for it, man. I'm a scooper when it comes to salsa and queso. Maybe not queso, but salsa.
I think
for sure. You gotta get the
everyone
chunks.
would prefer to scoop. Like you said, when you're with a group, it's just the courtesy of let's share, you know?
Right.
Yeah, especially when you
caring.
take a big old scoop too, you also risk the drip.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I
Alright, so-
always got that drip.
Coming from John Isaac.
Yeah. Hey. By the way, we have been reviving that around the house lately. They call me First Shot Isaac.
I think at YouTube I was singing it. Like none of the kids knew.
Like a New York Nick.
Like-
hey.
You gotta be careful with that one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the other one? Isaiah?
Do the Isaiah dance?
Do the Isaiah dance.
Yeah.
Oh, we love that one. And we're teaching Sunday how to say some of these phrases. It's cute. All right. So a couple of things I want to just touch on real quick is that Brad made me laugh out loud when he said during the Main Street Roasters ad, and he was saying carafe.
Yeah.
And he was like, arts and carafes. Like, it just made me laugh out loud.
That was funny.
And when they're trying to figure out who Elizabeth Olsen is. And it was just funny because
I literally in the what is it called? The comment section.
Yeah.
I had it pulled up. I'm like, yes, she is Mary Kate and
then they
Mary
figured
Kate
it
and
out.
Ashley's younger sister, and yes, she played Wanda in the MCU. And then I wait to send it because I knew. I'm like, oh my gosh, with all my luck, I know they're gonna say it. So I rewatched it, and I'm like, thank God. I
Yeah,
took away
most
that
people
comment.
don't comment until after, I think. But it was funny because like we know her so well because we're into the Marvel universe.
Sure.
But like these guys who are not into the Marvel universe at all. It was funny when he said Age of Ultron and Rachel was like, it sounds like something you just made up.
Yeah. It's true. It does.
I was like,
It kind of does. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because it's just normal for us because we were just living it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're definitely a little geeky. Jake does second mile service with his fever paddle delivery. I thought that was an awesome story.
Yeah, it was cool.
That was super fun. Hopefully that guy becomes a ghosty or something too. That'd be cool. I mean,
Yeah. Corbin.
Yeah. Last night we were watching Lego Masters Injustice. And like there's one of the teams is two teachers from a high school or something. And Justice is like rooting against them. I'm like, no, dude, they had a way better build than the other team. He's like, well, they're teachers. I'm like, dude, let's
They're always
honor them.
winning in life, man.
also-
They got good
also
salaries. I'm just kidding.
Goodness.
I'm joking.
Not that good of a team. I don't know.
Well, hey, ghosties out there, thank you so much for joining us this week for episode 14 as we debriefed episodes 450 and 451 of the Ghostrunners podcast. Can't wait for you guys to see our conversation with Alvaro this weekend. And yeah, Justice, thanks for joining us again this week.
Yeah.
Next week, you're going to Papa Noni's house. All right. Noni misses you. All right.
That would be Grandma and Grandpa.
That's
for
right.
Translation.
That's right. Much love.
Artlist.io.
Oh, I-O. All right.